Hi Leo, welcome to Moonbeam's Messages. This is your general finance reading. Now, as this is a collective reading, not everything will resonate, so please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If you don't find any messages in this for yourself, then please check your other placements where you're likely to find a message in there. And you will find all of your other placements in the playlists, so feel free to check those out whenever you're ready. Right, let's jump straight in. Excuse me. Spirit, can we get some more cards for Leo for the financial circumstances you want to bring up for them and how they can help themselves, or what help's available? Okay, so your overall energy then, we actually have the Ten of Cups. So you're trying to... You may be spending money on a lot of other people because you feel like money makes them happy. You could be sharing your wealth quite a lot because you feel like, you know, it makes them happy when you're spending money on them. Very much an energy of, including other people in your money spending. So very much potentially buying things for them based on what they want. Obviously, it is the season and everything else, so you may be doing a bit of Christmas shopping, spending money on them that way, because you know it makes them feel good. Or it could just be that you may have people in your energy that are used to you spending on them, want you to spend on them, because, how do I put it? Some people like money and expect money to be spent on them a lot, so you could have certain people in your energy that could be, I'm not going to say, they could be gold diggers, let's put it that way. And it could be very much where you're happy to oblige because you know that they like being spent on. Maybe you've got people in your energy that like to have all the finer things and you're quite happy to oblige. And even if you're not happy to oblige because you know it makes them feel good and you want to make them feel special and good, that you could be spending a lot on people around you. Now, in your current financial position, we do have the King of Swords. So at the moment, it's suggesting that you need to make sure that you're taking a tactical approach to financial matters and that you are keeping high standards with regards to that. Now, weirdly, this was in the Virgo reading as well. So if you've got Virgo in your chart, it might be worth checking that out. But yeah, it's very much suggesting that you are trying to take a tactical approach to things. Maybe you are trying to make sure that when you are spending money on other people, you're not overspending. It could very well be that you are just looking for a good bargain. Now, one thing I will say, there's a lot of cups out here. And I mean a lot of cups, because underneath the 10 of cups, you've got the 2 of cups. We've then got a 6 of cups. And one thing that I've noticed as well, so you've got a 2 there, and then there's a 3. There's a 6 there, there's a 6 there. Then got 8, 9, 10. You could be seeing a lot of signs and synchronicities around you. If you are, it might be worth checking them out. Quick Google search is always a good one. Usually it means you're on the right path, and sometimes Spirit or your angels might have a bit of a nudge to keep you on that right path. Right, let's get some clarification of this King of Swords anyway. What's this King of Swords, Spirit? Okay, so we have a 5 of cups, so another cup. Now this is suggesting that you may, what you're trying to achieve, or what you're trying to do with your money, it's like you can't currently do it. So whether you're trying to include people, maybe you want to make them feel good, it's suggesting that it's not currently happening. It's very much, you're at a bit of a standstill. Things are going to improve. This is very much temporary, but it's very much that at the moment your goals are a little bit stuck. We have the Knight of Cups, so another cup energy. Now, if this was a love read, you'd have so much emotion all over the place. I mean, you could very well be feeling a lot of emotions and very much being driven by your emotions with regards to your money. The Knight of Cups here is very much suggesting that you're using your heart, not your head, when you're buying things as well. So very much potentially doing some impulse shopping because you feel like somebody would love it or you would love something. And yeah, very much using your heart, not necessarily your head, when you're looking at spending money. We do have a Hermit in the reverse. Now, the Hermit is very much telling me that you haven't decided on anything for the long term. You've not decided on what could be solid. You're not really being savvy and prudent to, you're not saving anything for your long term. You may not have any long term savings or investments. It's like you're living for the now. So all of your money, you may potentially be literally living to your means, spending it in the now, not really doing any future planning. We do have a Hierophant as well. The Hierophant is very much suggesting that you are trying to manage your resources. You're trying to optimize it as best as you possibly can. Maybe you don't feel like you've got any wiggle room to save any money, and that's why you've got this Hermit with no savings. Maybe you've not had the ability to do that, but you are trying to work out where you can save. Now, in your challenges, we have a Six of Wands. So the Six of Wands is very much talking about learning from other people. It's very much, if you see somebody that's got what you want, it's learning about how they got it. How did they get the success that you want? How did they get the money you want? And then working out how you can put their lessons that they've done into practice for yourself. So maybe your challenge is that you need to find people that have got what you want. I mean, obviously, you've not really got a long-term plan here, so possibly finding out what your long-term plan is. And that could be why you're at a temporary impasse for your long-term goals, because you haven't set any. And you maybe just be trying to, like I say, live in the moment. What's this Six of Wands, Spirit? Okay, so the first one out, then we have the Lovers. So the Lovers is telling me that you need to make sure that you're evaluating all of your opportunities before you make any decisions. Sorry, I shouldn't have put that up quite so high. Even though they're stick men, they are rude stick men. But yeah, so evaluating all your opportunities before making any decisions on that. So if anything new comes in, any more income opportunities, any investment opportunities, very much making sure that you're looking into it. Making sure that you are investing things. I've just noticed that one tree is on fire and the other one's very green. So potentially something that you're either passionate about, making sure that you know how it's going to develop. We also have a Nine of Pentacles. Now, the Nine of Pentacles come out to the side. So this is suggesting it is something that is going to be contributing to that challenge. Now, this is something where it's suggesting that you need to make sure that you're making wise choices where money is concerned. If you make wise choices, then your luck could be good. So very much, if you make a wise choice, your luck's going to be good. If you don't make wise choices, it's going to be bad. And you're going to be feeling the karma from whether or not you make a wise choice. So something that you need to make a decision on. And weirdly enough, the Lovers itself is a decision. So it's making a choice. So very much looking at opportunities that are in front of you and making sure that you pick the right opportunity. Making sure that you're picking the right one, because you will feel the karma if it's a bad one. Now, we also have the Wheel of Fortune coming out to the side. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is all about, in the upright, it's about spreading your investments. In the reverse, it's making sure that your investments are tied together in one place. Now, when I say investments, now that could be time, energy, or money. It doesn't have to be just money investments. We are talking investing your time. So if you're working, maybe you need a separate job. Maybe you've got 2 jobs, maybe you've got 3 jobs, spreading them out all over the place, spreading your energy out and your time out all over the place. Maybe you are channeling it all into one job with a load of overtime. It's very much about finding the balance of what's right for you in order for you to move forward and put your investments in the right place. So very much suggesting to me that if you don't make the right decision, you're not going to be able to get the right balance. So whatever this World card is, and that's one of the big challenges with regards to it. So finding out how other people have, got where they want, making a decision on what's going to be right for you, putting it into practice, taking the steps, and very much having that outcome. Now the World card as well is very much about being productive. So knowing that you are being productive, because when you're productive, being productive is what brings that income in. And that's the same when you're being productive, it gives you that freedom to be able to save and invest because you've got that income coming in. So potentially another challenge of this could be, are you in the right kind of frame of mind to get where you want to go? What do you need to do in order to be productive? Do you need to learn some more skills? Do you need to take a step back? Are you in the right job? Is it the job for you? Can you do something else? Now, it could also be very much about manual labour as well. Maybe you want to craft things. Maybe you want to build things yourself and potentially go into self-employed. And then it's working out what skills do you need for that? Is it the right opportunity for you? How is it that you're going to be developing that? Now, what help you've got available, we have the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups is very much telling me that you need to make sure that whatever you're putting into is going to be earning you some sort of interest. Now, when I say interest, for instance, it could be literally money. If you've got money, it could be, instead of having a bit of money sitting in a current account doing nothing, it could be as simple as moving that into a savings account and getting the interest from it. Now, what it also could be is if you are working in a particular field, it could be that when you're doing your job, the energy that you're exerting and what you're doing there brings in interest of other people. So gets you noticed, gets you on the route to potential progression because other people are spotting your talent, spotting what you're good at. If it's something where you are working for yourself, it's making sure that whatever it is that you're producing is wanted and that it's got the interest of people that are wanting to buy it. So making sure you do your market research and that people actually want what it is that you're producing. Let's get some clarification on this 8 of Cups. Now, just putting it out there, you've got another 9 there. This is a 10. The Lovers is a 6. That's an 8. Sorry, another 9 with the Hermit. 6 of Wands. 10 of Swords. And then a King of Wands. So very much still keep getting the same numbers coming out around here. Right, so the first one that flew out was the 10 of Pentacles. Now that did come out to the side. So the 10 of Pentacles is suggesting if you do get a lump sum, you need to make sure that you use it wisely. Now, it could very well be that you may be expecting some money to come in and it might just take a while to get to you, or it could be that you're very tempted to spend it rashly. Now, that could have something to do with other people, because like I say, here very much we do have you spending on other people, and over here your impulse buying with your heart. So it could be that you might have other people influencing you to spend any lump sum rashly. So make sure that you are doing it in the best ways possible. Make sure that you are using it wisely. We have a 6 of Wands. That 6 of Wands is just reiterating that you need to be looking at other people that have got success. So making sure that you are, looking towards people that have already got what you want. So literally 6 of Wands there, that's your challenge. So very much making sure that you are looking to the right people as well. Not just asking people randomly, very much asking the right people. So asking a few different people that you see successful and making sure that you adopt what they've done in a way that suits you. We have a 10 of Swords in the reverse. Now, the 10 of Swords is very much telling you not to be obsessed over money and to be very aware that money doesn't bring you happiness. So where here you may be spending on other people because it makes you feel good and it makes you feel like, they appreciate it, and you may be feeling like if you don't spend the money on them, they're going to disappear. This is very much telling you that, money isn't going to bring you happiness. So if you were to stop spending on them and they disappear, it's not going to make you happy. But at the end of the day, should they have been in your energy, were they worth being around if that is the case? Now, it is also suggesting that you need to make sure you're not obsessing over money. So if you are very much obsessing over where is money coming from, how are you going to get it? It's very much not obsessing over money, making sure that you aren't doing things to, how do I put it? If you obsess over money, you could put other people out without realising it. It could very well be that you might be obsessing over how to generate income. You could be very pushy with regards to that if you're in a partnership. So it's very much being aware that how you look at money will affect other people around you. We also have a King of Wands in the reverse. Now, this is telling me that your financial wisdom is not the greatest. So it's not something that you could share with others, but you could benefit from learning from other people. So very much suggesting that there are other people around you that know a good chunk a bit more about finances, possibly budgeting, how to work things out, how to, if you're self-employed, for instance, or you're starting a self-employed business, how to work out all the costs, how to make sure that you're filling in the right paperwork. You've got people around you that can help with that. Very much suggesting that you don't necessarily have the knowledge to do it yourself, but there are people around you that could help out. So do bear that in mind. It is something where if you do feel a bit stuck, like you can't necessarily go into business for yourself because you don't have the skills, there are people you can learn from. And here with the 6 of Wands, it's very much about learning from other people. So very much making sure that you are going to get financial help if you need to. Now, if you take this help, your outcome, we have a 3 of Cups and a 9 of Cups. So very much suggesting that, again, you'll continue to share with other people. You'll be able to share a bit more as well. And then we have the 9 of Cups, knowing that your hard work is very much going to be paying off. So still, if this is what you're aiming to do and you're wanting to share with other people and spend on other people, this is telling me that you are going to have that outcome. If it's something where you're already doing it, you're going to be continuing to do that. And you're very aware that your hard work, anything that you've been putting into stuff, it is going to be paying off for you. So let's get some clarification on that 3 of Cups and 9 of Cups. Now, like I say, this could even be just spending time with people. It doesn't have to be spending finances on them. It is literally just time. It can be finances or your energy. So spending your time with people obviously can be revigorating and regenerating for yourself. And it could give you, how do we put it? Happy workers work harder. Is that the saying? So if it's something where you've been unhappy and you find that spending time with people makes you happy, you're going to be able to have that hard work, and you'll be able to reap the rewards that way. It could be that you spend time with people and get inspiration from them for work. Right, so we have the Four of Cups, another cups, coming out to clarify. Now that's come out to the side. So it is suggesting that this is something that could be a little bit of a challenge for you, but that you need to make sure that you are keeping a track of your funds. And it just suggests that you may be doing that in your outcome, and you might be finding extra funds there, but it could be a little bit of a challenge for you. Maybe you're not particularly finance minded. Here with the King of Wands in the reverse, we clearly already had the suggestion that you are not particularly the best at your finances. So very much suggesting that you're going to be trying to keep an eye on things, but it could be a little bit of a difficult thing for you to do. We have the Knight of Wands again. I say again. No, the Knight of Wands isn't already out. For some reason, I thought the energy was out. It's the Knight of Cups, so using your heart there. So the Knight of Wands, very much somebody that is impulsive. So being very mindful that spending on impulse isn't going to serve you in the long term. Not just spending, but obviously your time and your energy. Doing things on impulse might not be the best way to go. It's not going to help you out in the long term. It's only going to help you out in the immediate, the near future. And over here, you've got no long term. So very much making sure that you are being mindful about what you're doing, whether it's spending your money, spending that time or energy where you're spending it, and making sure that you are not doing it on impulse, making sure that you've considered all the repercussions that come along with certain things, making sure that you've considered all the risks that come along with it. So if somebody, for instance, shows you these bright, shiny new stocks or shares, or suggests that you go and bet on something thinking it's a sure thing, making sure that you've evaluated the risks. How much money can you afford to lose? Because there's no guarantee that you're going to win it. What can you afford to lose, if anything, and not doing it impulsively, making sure you've considered all of the risks, all of the outcomes before jumping into anything. Now we also have the Two of Swords, and this is just very much saying that you need to make sure that you are thinking over any investments. So very much backing up this Knight of Wands, not doing anything impulsively. So if you are looking at spending money on other people, don't do it out of impulse. Very much think about it. Think about how it's going to affect things. Think about whether or not it is actually needed. Keeping a track of what it is that you're spending, not letting other people influence you into overspending, and not necessarily spending vast amounts just to keep people happy as well. Making sure that you are covering all your bases and doing what you need to know. But like I say, you can relax. You know that your hard work is going to pay off, and part of that hard work that you are going to be finding paying off is the fact when you start managing your finances and you get on top of it, things will seem to ease, and you'll feel a little bit better along with that. So let's get you some Angels of Light, or let's get you an Angel of Light oracle to see what other messages Spirit have got for you. Not light, abundance. That's the one we're doing. Angels of Abundance. Right, so successful funding. Your idea is divinely guided and supported by the same infinite wisdom of God that gave you the idea. Do not allow money concerns to prevent you from turning it into reality. Crowdfunding, partnerships, and other investments are available to help you. Okay, so part of that learning from others could very well be learning about crowdfunding and other types of investments that are out there, especially if it's not something that you know about. Right, I hope you enjoyed your reading today, Leo. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It will help pass the message on to anyone else that needs to hear it. And if you do want to hear more from me and you haven't subscribed already, if you hit that subscription button and press the notification bell, it will let you know when I do post new content. Good luck with improving your finances, and thank you very much for joining me.